The following program was produced by CTV Community Television.
Time now for another CTV sports presentation. East China High School Sports is presented by Magna, magna.com/careers, with support from LaFontaine Chevy, Buick GMC, where you get the family deal, by Murphy Inn Hotel and Restaurant, by St. Clair Ace Hardware, by LaFontaine Ford, where you get the family deal, by AAA's Hoffmaster Agency, by DP Schwarthofer Excavating Incorporated. Now let's join our announcers for East China High School sports action.
Hello friends, and welcome into East China Stadium. I'm Reed Packen, your commentator for this evening's match. And we have East China United welcoming in the Crusaders of Creuse North. Both teams coming in here today looking for their first wins. East China is 0-2 with a loss right before spring break. We had that here as the home opener. They lost 7-2 against Royal Oak Shrine, and then their season opener, they lost 5-11 down at Cass Tech. Creuse North on the other end is 0-1, and they have a single loss to Notre Dame Prep, where they lost 6-9. But we're here now in East China Stadium for CTV's coverage of East China School District sports, and we'll get ready here for face-off. And once again, both teams looking for their first win, so it should be a pretty competitive match. Oh, I guess we don't have a face-off. I'm not well-versed in the rules there, but it looks like East China maybe had an equipment issue that they lose the face-off for. Now we get a whistle. An interesting start to the game. East China down 1. Official calls out. Now we'll start back up top. Here comes Creuse North. Moving down to the near sideline, down to the short corner. Moving around, moving back towards the middle. Up in the middle now, missed the catch. Scooped up in the backfield. Still can't scoop it. East China playing some tight defense here. Now here comes Creuse North. Taking their time, waiting for things to adjust. Damian LeBeau. Sorry, not Damian. That is Mario Valdez. Shoots and scores for Creuse North. Early goal for the Crusaders. That might have been number 3, Dylan Schroka, on the attack. I kind of missed it, but it looked like Dylan Schroka.
LCN goal scored by number 9, Jaden Halay.
I was wrong there, Jaden Halay. Credit with the goal. Face off now. East China initially gets there, still can't get the possession. Now they got it. Spins back through the middle, gets it across. No one's there all the way through now towards that far side corner. Fight on that far sideline. Big hit. Clean challenge. Now the whistle's blown. No penalties. Just a lot of substitutions. Actually, we do have a penalty. I didn't see the flag thrown, but unnecessary roughness for number 14, Jack Lambert. So he'll come sit out in the box. Here comes Creuse North now. Veladez passes to Halai. Really drives back and now gets a running start. Finds the middle, shoots over the top. It's blocked off the first. Shoots again, deflected and saved. Good attack there from Landon Brodsky. Here comes Melcharzik now. Cross midfield. Passes up. Has some space to run. Shoots. Bounces high over the net and out through the back line. He's trying to keep the possession, moving towards the near side corner. Tries to pass behind, now rolling out towards the sideline, scooped up in that backside corner. Still on the far sideline, moving towards the middle now. Back up top. East China settles down. They get a sub in. Into the short corner behind the net. Now on that backside, trying to get into the corner, stuck behind the net. Now has some space, short corner, up to the middle, shoots quickly and scores. Great assist from number 7, Cash Chapman. Looked like it was maybe number 20, Caden Hudson, down in the middle. Sitting strong, received, wasted no time, got that shot off, bounced it in, and a goal. 20. Caden Hudson with the goal there.
ECU goal scored by number 20, Caden Hudson.
Face off once again. Scored tied up early, 1-1 here. Now rolling out deep into East China's half. Back up top now, number 8, Hunter Foro loses it. East China trying to get this counter. Can't possess it on that far sideline. Now has it, moving towards the middle. Gets it off. Jack Lambert with it now. Lambert over to Huddis. Huddis looking for an open stick. Finds one in the short corner. Back to Huddis. Back down to the short corner. Eric Stefanski having trouble with it. Out through the back line. East China keeps the possession. Behind the net, East China looking for some space. Stefanski getting challenged. Ball comes out, and we're going the other way. Here comes Lance Creuse North now. Moves across midfield on the near sideline. Goes to the short corner. Can't possess. Fight for the ball. A lot of contact. Now up top. Veladez moving towards the middle. Shoots. Big hit in the middle. Ball comes out through the back line. A lot of contact. Melcharzik looks a little out of sorts after that contact. A little bit awkward contact. And Lance Creuse North wastes no time. They're getting back into the play. Veladez looking to get into the middle. Cuts it towards the outside lane. Shoots wide and left. Out through the back line. Stays with the Crusaders.
LCN goal scored by number 3, Dylan Schroka.
Third goal of the game goes to Lance Creuse North. Shiroka kind of caught me off guard there. I was reloading up on my roster, and I looked down for a second, look up, and Shiroka gets the goal. Face off here once again, Lambert for East China. Fighting for it, almost gets it. Still loose on the ground. Now East China comes away with it, gets it across midfield, sends it up. Nice Creuse North playing aggressive. Keeps the ball alive. Good swim move. Can't find a stick. East China keeps it in the half. Now Lance Crues picks it up, and they're going. It's number 9, Jaden Hulai. Shoots from midfield and wide left. Melcharzik out through the back line. Moving up. Palladas passes it across. Can't receive. Out through the sideline. And we're going the other way with it. .6:32 remaining here in the first period. Open net for now. Loses the ball deep in their half, and they'll get the ball back here. Lance Creuse North looking to dump it into the middle. This is number 3, Dylan Schroka. Schroka now in the short corner. Makes a move in, tries to shoot high over the net and long. Crusaders will keep it. Now moving towards that far corner. Tries to dump it in. Melcharzik picks it up. Sends it up through the middle. Cross half field. Can't keep it in, and we're going with the Crusaders. Number 12 here, Connor Lumley. Diving towards the near side corner, bounces back out. Crusaders looking to reset now. Landon Brodsky with the ball. Sends it out to Havro. Havro down and now behind the net. Moving towards the near corner. Short corner, looks to shoot, pulls it back, resets. This is 12, Connor Lumley once again. Lumley makes an attack in, through the middle, shoots. Gets it contested and out through the back line, stays with the Crusaders. Nicholas Schroeder with it. Moving towards that far side corner. Up top to Lumley. Lumley wants to shoot. He does so. Deflected off of Melcharzik and out through the back line. Schroka with it. Short corner to Brodsky. Brodsky spins. Gets into the middle. Looks to shoot. Jumps. Shoots. Saved by Melcharzik. He's trying to possess it through the half field, and they lose it. Havro coming across midfield now. Had a man in the middle. Melcharzik steps up, gets the save, keeps on running through. Crosses midfield now. Flag thrown into the short corner. Back to Melcharzik. Back down. Stefanski spins. Into the crease, crosses, looks to shoot, shoots and scores up top. That was number 22, Adam Hussein, off the assist from, I believe, number 8, Ryan Wynn. And we are tied up once again, 2-2. Pretty competitive game so far.
goal.
Still
Scored by
early,
number
very
42,
early.
Adam
But
Hussein.
East China showing a lot more fight than they did against Shrine right before break. These games are always a little bit tough to kind of judge. First day back to school for East China, but they're looking pretty good so far. Another face-off here. 5th one of the game. I guess 4th one. Start the game, we didn't have one. And we are going with the Crusaders. Moving towards that far side corner. Now behind the net. Lumley getting pressed. Now dumps it out to the near corner to Schroka. Schroka moving it up the sideline. Looking for a lane to attack. Fakes the pass. Cuts it back towards the short corner. Now behind the net. On that back line. Schroka being pressed by Austin O'Boyle. Now Creuse North loses it. Picks it up on the sideline. Brodsky spins. Moving towards the short corner. Now towards the back line. Brodsky looking for an open teammate. Spins. St. Clair playing pretty, East China playing pretty tight, aggressive defense kind of down low. Creuse North picks it back up. Now move it up that far sideline. Halai with it, spins in the middle, shoots high and long. It will stick with the Crusaders, and Schroka will take it out. Oh, another quick goal from Creuse North. I gotta start paying attention, but that's the second one this game, so obviously East China's got to make an adjustment. These quick turnarounds for Creuse North has worked in their favor. They've gotten 2 easy goals off of it. It's number 5, Nicholas Schroeder. Another face-off here. Scooped back. East China comes away with it. Gets it across half field. Being chased down by Jack Lambert on this near sideline. Fight for the ball. Still no clear possession. Popped up. Now scooped up. Big hit down in the corner. Cashavan had it for a second, and number 22, Kyle Dabish, lays a bit of a haymaker, and they get the possession back. Wynn scoops it on the far sideline. Gets it towards the far corner, can't possess. Rolling towards that back line, scooped up and lost, and will stay with Creuse North. Sorry, we'll stay with East China. Now in that far corner, back behind the net. Stefanski can't possess it, loses the possession here. Goalkeeper Jackson Davey passes out. Vallada's making his way through his defensive half. Sheds a few hits, now gets across up that far sideline, up top now. Halai sends it into the middle. Scooped up, almost scooped up. Big hit, and whistle, and flag. There, looks like they're going to get him with. Okay, picking up the flag. Thought maybe it was going to be an unnecessary roughness, but another official steps in. Says the attacking player was already falling down to the ground, so there's no flag, just a change of possession. And East China can't capitalize. Number 5, Nicholas Schroeder, moving across the middle now. Now dumping into the middle. 2 defenders on him. Loses the ball. Popped out, moving towards that far sideline. It's going to stay in. This is picked up by Brodsky in that far corner. Into the middle. Had an open shot. Couldn't keep the ball. Valadez with it. Into the middle. Has some room. Shoots. Wide left. Creuse North growing quick once again. This is Brodsky. Shoots and scores. Actually, correction, Dylan Schroka. Once again, Creuse North
LCN goal,
quickly
number 3, Dylan
taking the
Schroka.
possession out through the back line and getting a shot off, and that's their 3rd goal doing that. East China just has to recognize that Creuse North likes to play quick. They attack through the middle, shoot, and in the case of Valadez there, he misses wide. And Schroka wastes no time. He's already ready to go. Scoops get into the play, and defense doesn't even know what's going on. Pushing the back, we're going with Creuse North. Score is 2-4. Crusaders in the lead. And that will do it for the first quarter. We'll be back after this break.
North Star Bank believes in banking on a first-name basis. Our bankers get to know you, your goals, and your dreams. This allows for the flexible solutions you need with the personalized service you deserve. North Star Bank provides the same services a national bank offers with a local commitment, all streamlined and simplified to fit your life. It's a better banking experience, personalized just for you. They'll show you why putting customers first makes all the difference. Equal housing member FDIC.
LaFontaine, Michigan's ultimate Ford dealer. Shop in-store or online from over 1,600 new and Ford-certified pre-owned vehicles from 5 Michigan locations coast to coast. Whether you love Ford's superior performance, cutting-edge technology, or head-turning style, LaFontaine's got your ride. Offering on-the-spot mobile service. And buy 3 tires, get 1 free every day. The lowest price guarantee. Around the corner, just a click away at LaFontaineFordLincoln.com.
Welcome back into the second quarter here at East China Stadium. Creuse North just went up not too long ago, 4-2 against East China. Story of the game is just kind of quick turnarounds for Creuse North. Missing the net, picking up the possession, immediately coming out of that back line and scoring. They've done it 3 times already. So East China, I'm sure, talked about it in the huddle there in between quarters, and they're looking to come out of this face-off, get back on track. Because other than those 3 goals, it's been a close game, a tight game, and East China can't possess. Whistle blown. We'll stay with Valadez here. Valadez crosses midfield. broken up on that far sideline. Brodsky trying to move it towards the middle now. Spins. Dumps it in. Dumps it across towards the middle. Oh, he had a man. Just couldn't get it to him. Schroka in that far corner. Looking to make some moves. Gets it to Lumley. Lumley drops all the way back. Allows his team to reset and allows Lumley to get a running start here. Cuts it to left, shoots. An easy pickup for Malcharzik. He runs it out and sends it up through the middle. Hussein sends it up to Wynn. Now in the short corner. Behind the net. East China. Stefanski moves it towards the near corner. Wynn wanted to shoot, sends it up top. Steps in, drops back, sends it around. East China taking their time. This is a good possession for them. Back up top now. Caden Hudson. One of the goal scorers for East China with the ball. It pops free. Lance Crues with it now. Goes back to their keeper. Jackson Davies sends it up. Now picked up. Brian for Strady. Over and back, a little bit of a late call there. East China now coming out through that sideline, and they cross midfield up to Hussein, can't wrangle it in. Crusaders can't keep the possession either. Moving towards the goal. Dangerous spot for Lance Creuse North, and their keeper, Jackson Davey, scoops it up. Velades getting pressed on that sideline. Now moves across midfield, spins. Here comes East China now. Tries to go over to Stefanski in the far corner. Misses the mark, rolls out through the back line. Here comes Lance Creuse North now, evading 3 tackers, and now East China trying to scoop it back up. Crosses midfield, scooped up here. This is number 30. Zavero Politowicz, and he sends it back to Cash Chapman, keeping it alive on that back line. Now Lance Creuse North's number 22, Kyle Dabish, works it out. Sends it back to Davey. Davey out to Silva. Silva up. And now crosses midfield. This is Havro. Havro has a lane to run, sends it across, looks to shoot quickly, does so, bottom right corner, and scores. Great little transition goal there for Lance Creuse North. Missed the initial contact defensively for East China on Brody Havro coming up that near sideline, and it just kind of opened things up in the middle. I believe that was Schroka once again with the goal. We'll meet here in the middle once again for another face-off as we approach 8 minutes until half. Ball is free, scooped up by Lambert. Lambert in the near corner. Moves towards the middle now. Sends it up top, passes wide. And out of bounds, change of possession. Back to Davy. Davy sends it up. Havro with it. Crosses midfield. Back to the middle, on the run, shoots low and left. Melcharzik struggles at first and scoops it up. Great shot from Jaden Halai. It's coming right down the gut. Here comes East China now. Travis Pulaski loses it. Regains possession. No, can't scoop it. Now crosses midfield. Still no clean possession. Pulaski comes back across midfield and scoops it. Here comes East China. Up to Wynn. Wynn just kind of letting his team reset here. A lot of guys out of position. Waiting for their sub to come in here. Number 20, King Hudson. Now in the short corner, back behind the net to Stefanski. Stefanski coming towards that near side corner. Loses his stick in the ball. Good defensive play from number 22, Kyle Dabish. Calling his name a lot there on the defensive end. He's making some great plays. East China on the attack now. Wynn with it. Dabish on him, sends it away. Flag thrown. Offsides on East China. Coach Brendan Hiller expressing his disdain, confusion. And here comes Creuse North up that far sideline into the far corner. Behind the net now, looking for someone in the middle. Doesn't see it. Shoots. Good save for Melcharzik. Kind of a rocket on the run. Almost got the steal there. Creuse North's attacking line. Making some noise up top. Not making it easy on East China getting it out of their defensive half. Scooped up now. No, lost again. Here's, man, both teams struggling to get this possession going. Cross midfield once again. Still not a clean possession. Vallada's now finally gets it. 5 minutes to go here in the half. Good stutter step. Wanted to shoot. Good defensive play for East China. Can't get it up. Gets tripped up. Whistle called. Push in the back. We'll go with East China. I think it was the right call. He definitely got tripped up from behind. And just slip on the ground. Here comes East China. Getting pressed immediately. Just a whole defensive line of Crusaders. Now we get a whistle. A little bit of extracurricular. A little bit of aggression, a little bit of extra hitting. Flags all over the place. Officials will meet in the middle here. Decide who's going to be getting some penalty minutes. Just trying to work up that near sideline. I believe that was number 5, Austin O'Boyle. And it's tough to say that was the right call. I mean, you got immediately pressed by 2 defenders. You get past them, but you got 2 to 3 more just waiting for you to cross midfield. You got to get that ball kind of out or try to bounce back towards the middle, get some more open space. Officials still taking some time here to discuss. teams still waiting to see the call here, and looks like we'll get an answer. Try to listen in here. All right, so shakes up to be 2 penalties against number 5 Austin O'Boyle for East China. Cross check, which led into the scuffle, which led into a punch being thrown by O'Boyle and results in his ejection from the game. The number 24, Mason Raymond, stepped in there. Got a little active as well, and so he's going to have to sit out here. Center official now feeling like he's got everything in control. Coaches just kind of getting a little more clarity on the situation. Hopefully we'll get back to play here. And it will be East China possession. Due to the order of events, he said, so yep, that makes sense. Mason Raymond was the last to get involved there, so the last to get the penalty. So that shakes up to be East China's possession. Okay, I guess not. We're changing. I think it goes by penalty minutes at that point, which East China would have more penalty minutes. Well, that was a fun break in the action. Nice little puzzle for these refs to figure out. But we got it going now, and East China is on defense. Lumley coming up the middle, cuts it back towards the middle lane. Now out through the hashes, back to the middle. Resets up top. He likes to get this big long run up in. Here he goes. Inside, doesn't see anything, spins. Looking for a pass, gets one off. Into the middle, wants to shoot, does so, and it is long. Out through the back line, it's number 5, Nicholas Schroeder. Into the short corner. He's trying to possession now. This looks like number 9, Ty Fajardo. Sorry, no, Caden Hudson will take the ball on number 20. Crosses midfield, sheds the hit. Hudson into the middle now, sends it across, bounces through, flag thrown, whistle blown. Black offsides.
What I do is I switch every quarter because Dylan's always going to be on one side of the field.
Yeah, Molly said what? He's probably going to be predominantly.
He's going to be behind the net to the.
Net.
It was Landon Brodsky.
Yeah, they had actually ejected
Already? Wow.
So we got 2 people in the penalty box.
Here comes East China, Ryan Wynn with the ball.
Almost done with our penalty.
Shoots low and out through the back line.
Full time of penalties.
Hit the crossbar.
So is there a
Tavy with it.
Yeah, you see those blue lines? Yeah. The 30 would have to get into that box.
Broken up. East China being aggressive.
Oh, no shot. But they have a certain
Valadez now crosses midfield. Had some speed. Whistle blown. That's the call there, but we'll change possession.
That's what I was confused with the shot. Well, so this year they put out, they've got
Ball is up to win. Moving towards the middle now, down to the short corner. Back to win. Looking for an open stick, can't see anything. Spinning back, resets out by the 30. Spinning towards the near sideline, up into the short corner now. Resets up top. Not really seeing much, just kind of losing a lot of space here. Spins, cuts it back to the middle. Defense is right there waiting for him. Now gets it up top. Simonetta's pass is kind of broken up there. Stefanski now has it. Sorry, Simonetta has it. A little bit of a hook play there. Gets called for it, going the other way. Havro with it. Gets across midfield. Now towards the middle, just splits the defender, shoots and scores. Brody Havro from the back 10. Just has all the space in the world. Cuts it right up through the middle and shoots low and scores goal number 6.
Brody Havro.
So Lance Creuse North has had, I think the number's at 3 of those quick turnaround scores off of a missed shot. And that makes 2 goals off of counter transition where the defense just has a lapse, leaving too much space in the middle. Ball is loose in the middle here. Now we get a whistle blown. Going the other way. Nice Crues crosses midfield. Halai with it. Tries to pass that far side corner to Shroka. He couldn't reel it in. Up top now in the middle. Shoots. No, goes behind the net. It's a missed pass. East China will take the possession now. 1:20 to go here. Ball is up with East China in that far side corner. Cash Chapman moving towards the far corner. Up top. Dumps it in, shoots off of the hit. Mason Raymond with it. Loses possession and out of bounds, going with East China. 42 seconds to go here in the half. Gets it across. Ryan Wynn with it. Into the short corner. Back to Wynn. Up top to Pulaski. Pulaski splits a defender, dumps it to the far corner. Back to Pulaski, shoots and scores high. Great little give and go there for East China United. Good assist from number 31, Eric Stefanski. Six to 3 with 22 left to go in the half.
By number 11, Travis Pulaski.
We'll meet in the middle here for maybe the final face-off of the half. East China's hoping that's not so. I hope they get one more in to cut this thing to 2 before half. Lance Creuse try to get a quick one in the middle, goes high and long. Melcharzik sends this one away to Win. Win can't scoop it. Cash Chapman can't either. And that will do it for the first half of play. Lance Creuse North goes up 6 to East China's 3. And we're in for an exciting second half of play. Boys are starting to come alive, and we'll see you after the break.
LaFontaine, Michigan's ultimate Chevrolet Buick GMC dealer. Shop in-store or online from over 3,000 new and GM certified pre-owned vehicles from 7 Michigan locations. Whether it's the reliability of a Chevy, the luxury of a Buick, or the power of a GMC, LaFontaine's got your ride. With free pickup and delivery and buy 3 tires, get 1 free every day, the lowest price guaranteed. Around the corner or just a click away at LaFontaineBuickGMCChevy.com.
Well, they've got drink specials every day. Rooms upstairs if you want to stay. If you love music, hear it play at the good old Murphy Inn. At the good old Murphy Inn.
Looking for a great spot to enjoy lunch or dinner with fantastic daily food and happy hour specials? Look no further than the Murphy Inn in St. Clair. This is Paul, owner of the Murphy Inn. Our charming Irish pub features different food and drink specials every day of the week, plus live entertainment every Wednesday through Saturday. The inn even offers 7 unique hotel rooms complete with modern amenities, perfect for overnight stays or a weekend getaway.
There ain't no doubt we're going out to the good old Murphy Inn. To the good old Murphy Inn.
DP Schweihofer Excavating Incorporated is experienced with mass foundations, solar, charging stations, road building and land clearing. A complete one-stop drainage expert, DP Schweihofer Excavating Incorporated is the place you can be confident the job will be done right and on time. Located on King Road in China Township, DP Schweihofer Excavating Incorporated.
AAA is excited to introduce the Huffmaster Insurance Agency right here in St. Clair. Whether it's home, auto, or life insurance, Huffmaster Insurance Agency has you covered. Your one-stop shop for protecting what matters most. Conveniently located across from Pine Shores Golf Course at 1015 7th Street, St. Clair. Stop by or call us at 810-637-1200. And remember, go Mariners and go Saints. Huffmaster Insurance Agency, 810-637-1200.
Hello and welcome back into East China Stadium. Reed Packin here for CTV Community TV and our coverage of East China sports, and we're getting started quickly here with the second half of play. Lance Creuse North up 6-3 on East China United. They keep the possession here. Moving back towards the middle, it's Veladez. East China's been keeping it actually pretty close regardless of the score. The story of the game has just been Lance Creuse's ability to kind of quickly get possession going off of missed shots, and here they go, and they shoot and deflect it off Melcharzik, scooped up for the rebound. Outside the crease, whistle blown. Man in the crease, and we're going the other way with it. And also East China's lapses on defense during transitions has led to 2 goals for Lance Creuse North, but here's a good counter. Cash Chapman trying to reel this one in. Bounces out towards that far side corner. Cash Chapman picks it up, goes behind with Stefanski. Stefanski cuts it back into the middle. Now outside the crease. Bounced out, moving up the sideline. Up to the middle. Back to Stefanski. He can't receive the pass. Out of bounds, going the other way with Brody Havro, who's having a pretty nice game so far. A couple goals. Ended the first half there with a nice long counter run. He likes to use his legs, that's for sure, and he's shown it again right now. Moving towards that far corner. Out behind the net, spins back. Passes out. Schroeder scoops it up back into the middle to Vlades. Vlades, seeing no space, bounced out. Back to Havro. Havro shoots, misses wide, stays with Creuse North, and again they're going quickly. Shiroka outside the crease, shoots, deflected out, shoots on the second attempt and scores. Number 2, Landon Brodsky with the rebound and score. Gives LCN their 7th goal.
Number 2, Landon Brodsky.
But again, just another goal off of Creuse North just being quick on their turnarounds. That time, Dylan Shiroka didn't score, which he's done so many times already. But it does give Creuse North the rebound and the score. Here we go. East China with the ball. Lambert with it. Moves it up the middle. Spins back. Sends it into the middle to Win. Win over. Now they go down to Stefanski in the short corner. Big screen, whistle, and a flag. A little too much action there off the screen. Saw a little more of a step and a lean. Number 24, Cameron Simonetta. Creuse North will take it up from the middle of the field. Starts the play, number 12, Connor Lumley. Hanging on in the middle on the power play here. Jaden Halai with the ball now. Looking to get this big run up. And we'll get a change of possession here. East China goes quickly on the counter here. Pulaski up through the middle, down to the short corner to Stefanski. Stefanski goes back to Cash Chapman. Chapman up to Win. Here comes Vlades on defense. Win back to Chapman. Chapman trying to get across to Stefanski. Keeps it himself. Into the short corner. Cash Chapman trying to scoop this thing back up. Has 3 defenders swarming the ball. Now picked up by Chapman. Back behind the net, into the middle. Pulaski couldn't reel it in. Now taken away by Vlades on the run, on the counter. Crosses midfield up that far sideline. Into the far corner. Back behind the net. Short corner. Bounced out. It's Schroka. Schroka up top to the middle. Shoots. Wide right. He'll stay with the Crusaders. Brodsky will take it out. Brodsky behind the net. In that far corner. Being pressed by Ty Fajardo. Now gets into the middle, loses the possession. Ball gets across midfield for a second. Now scooped up by Jack Furlan. He sends it up to Pulaski. Pulaski crosses midfield. Up the hashes, into the middle, broken up. Good defensive stop there for number 22, Kyle Dabish. East China still with possession. Ryan Wynn moving up that far sideline. Into the far corner. Back to Wynn. Spins. Gets it down to Chapman. Across to Stefanski. Stefanski. Whistle blown. Timeout for East China. Bit of a slow start here for East China. Start out quarter 3. Solo goal for Lance Creuse North is just making it a little bit harder to make this comeback alive and active for United. They had a few good runs, good counters. They just got to finish it off and get a shot off on net. They're getting too bogged down, and they get behind the net, and then things just start collapsing in on itself for United, and they're just not doing what Lance Creuse North has done so well of just making these good complete runs into the middle and catching guys on the run. Coach Hiller talking with his guys. He really wants to kind of set something up here to get this East China team back on track and get another goal in and cut this lead to 3. 6.5 minutes to go here in the third. East China will take it from the middle here. Oh, sorry, from the back corner. Ryan Wynn goes back. Stefanski to Chapman. Switches spots. Loses in the back and rolls out. A hold. Will stay with United. Cash Chapman, take it out from that back corner. Back to Stefanski. Loses it, can't bring it in. It's been a struggle that's persisting with this United team. Lance Creuse North had a bit of that issue too early on, but they've been since kind of on the mark with their passing. Out through the sideline. East China will take it. Pulaski up to Win. Moving towards the middle. Back to, sorry, not Pulaski. Carson Huddis. Huddis struggling to keep the possession with East China here. Whistle blown. We'll go the other way now. Lumley, whole swarm of East China players. Flag thrown. Good steal here for United. It's number 23, Riker Sattel gets called for the penalty. Crusaders will take the ball up here. This is number 9, Jaden Halai, with the ball up top. He bounces back, likes to get this run up like Lumley. Diving towards the middle, sends it across, wanted to shoot, bounced back out. Now up to Lumley. Miscommunication. Saved on the sideline by Schroka, now in the short corner. Looking for a man on the run, can't see anything. Finds someone in the middle, shoots quickly, and Melcharzik is there for the save. Great little pass and impressive shot there for Landon Brodsky. Ball is moving up. East China trying to keep this one with them. They scoop it. Adam Hussein sends it up top now. Shoots from midfield, long. Close call. Stays with East China. Ryan Wynn with the ball. Ryan Wynn, 2 defenders on him, gets it over to Stefanski. Stefanski moved behind the net now. Behind the net, screen set by Cash Chapman, switches Fields. In that far sideline now, back up top to Sane. Sane looking for some space, can't see it. Jack Lambert in the corner now, keeps it alive, taken away. Sorry, not Schroka. Jaden Halai shoots, bounced off of Melcharzik. Still scrapping for the ball. Now East China comes away with it on the attack. Crosses midfield. Keeps it alive for East China. Carson Hudis gets it over to Stefanski. Stefanski in the middle of the field now. Bounces out. Cash Chapman's there to scoop it. Spins. And we'll get another timeout here for Coach Hiller. Probably a smart call. East China getting a little too amped up there from the Crusaders' defense. Just playing ultra aggressive, just pestering East China's attackers, making it a very difficult job for them to get the ball off. Creuse North playing a strong start to this third quarter. East China is looking for an answer. Coach Hiller just trying to get his boys organized, and I'm sure he's kind of saying the same thing we're saying up here is we got to get more attempts, more shot attempts on net, or just more shot attempts in general. East China is just being outshot probably, if I were to put out a number, 8-1 right now. And that's just not going to win a lot of games when you're not shooting. You can only score if you shoot. Very simple rule of thumb. But it makes it tough when defense of Creuse North is just filling the gaps so well. They're keeping their spacing. They're really not extending too far out. And they're just making East China kind of come to them. They're staying a stick length away. And they're just kind of holding their own. Let's see what Coach Hiller has dialed up here. Stefanski with the ball in the corner. Goes across to Chapman. Tries to hit up Huddis, now he's behind the net. Back to Chapman in the short corner. Can't keep the possession. Now scoops it. Moves it back to Huddis. Huddis switching the field. Shoots, Ryan Wynn, and bounced out and through the back line. East China didn't have their back defender, or back attacker, rather. And so Lance Creuse North will take it out. Lance Creuse North taking their time. Back to Davey. Up to number 19, Brian Prostrady. Across to Lumley and whistle blown. We'll go the other way. Here comes Huddis. Spins back to the middle. Spins back outside. Down to Stefanski in the short corner. Looking to get to Chapman. He does so. Chapman up top. Loses the ball, and now it's free in midfield still. Scooped up here by Huddis. Goes down to Stefanski. Cuts it into the middle. Shoots wide of the net and out through the sideline. Will stay with East China. Cash Chapman will take it out here. Ball up that far sideline, back to Chapman. Back up to Wynn. Wynn shoots low. Save for Davey. Rebounded out. Number 4, Brody Havro will take this, and he's going to run another field length here. Goes behind the net to Schroka. Schroka trying to scoop it back up. And out of bounds. Good defensive win there for United. Goes back to Melcharzik. Melcharzik goes up to number 27. Furlan struggling with it. Flag thrown. And Furlan will have to come out here for a tripping call. Just waiting for play to resume. Ball in that far side corner now behind the net. Short corner, in, shoots, deflected, stopped down by Melcharzik. He gets the ball, great save. Was going eye to eye, toe to toe with Landon Brodsky on the crease. And Lance Creuse North on the attack again. Ooh, misses his man. That's Schroka down on the short corner. Sends it away, and that will do it for the third quarter of play here. Score is 7-3. Lance Creuse North still on top. East China got to find a solution here going into the fourth if they want a chance to claw back here. We'll see what they can do after the break.
Magna is a proud sponsor of high school sports on CTV Community Television. Supporting our local schools and organizations is part of Magna's commitment to making a difference in our community. With a focus on innovation and growth, Magna is also hiring. Visit magna.com to learn more about opportunities with a global leader in mobility technology. Magna, driving the future right here in our community.
Ace Hardware in St. Clair is your all-new local hardware store in St. Clair, located on the west side of the Riverview Plaza. Ace Hardware in St. Clair, now completely remodeled for all of your hardware needs. Your local Ace Hardware, of course, stocks all the quality Ace products you've grown to know and trust. Paint, tools, keys, everything hardware. Ace Hardware, St. Clair, on the west side of the Riverview Plaza.
Welcome into the final quarter of play here at East China Stadium. East China United currently down by 4 to the Crusaders of Creuse North. We'll meet here in the middle for a face-off. Jack Lambert once again. East China, if they want any chance at this thing, they got to make waves quickly. A little bit of confusion up front on the face-off. Ball breaks out, moving towards Lance Cruz's half of the field. Big scrum for the ball, and number 22 will take it away, Kyle Dabish. He gets it up. Number 11, Richard Silva. Now it is Velades. Gets it to the far corner. Looks in, shoots, and scores quickly. Creuse North, they only scored 1 last quarter, and it was within like the first 2 minutes, and they do it again here within the first 30 seconds. Dylan Schroka just having a day today. I haven't been keeping track of how many goals that is, but that's a lot, that's for sure. He was looking for somebody to dive in the middle, didn't see anyone, faked the pass, and went in himself and got another goal out of it. Not what you want to do to start out the fourth quarter as East China. Ball breaks. Still in the middle here. Now scooped up East China's way. Here comes East China down to win. Wanted to shoot, didn't take it. Goes behind the net to Chapman. Chapman pushed out. Now has some space, gives it up to Win. Over to Huddis. Across now to number 14, Jack Lambert. Loses the ball. Still on the ground. Chapman scoops it. Now behind the net. Up to Win. Too high of a pass. Win scoops it. Goes down to Chapman. Chapman looking to dive in. Bounced out. Kicks out to Lambert. Ball rolling towards that back line. Saved on that back line. Chapman and Stefanski fighting for it. Stefanski comes away with it. Moving behind the net, screen set, gets around, moving towards the crease now. Back up towards the middle. Can't get the pass off. No, they do. Number 20, Caden Hudson with the ball. Slips the defender, gets it taken away now. Great stop for Mason Raymond. Ball's loose once again. Now picked up number 20, Caden Hudson once again. Taking his time here. Goes back up top to Huddis. Huddis loses the ball. Just suffocating defense here from the Crusaders. They've been kind of doing it all game. Now in that short corner, back behind the net to Chapman. Chapman shoots wide of the net. Picked back up by Stefanski. Up over to Win in the short corner. Flag thrown. Up to Hudson. Hudson shoots. Save. And play is whistled dead here. Looks like Cash Chapman took a stick to the helmet there. Just under 9 minutes to go here in the game. East China down by 7. Sorry, not 7, 5. Stick up into the neck. Number 23 on Lance Creuse. And Ryan Wynn with the ball, sends it over to Pulaski. Pulaski down low to Chapman. Chapman up to Pulaski. Pulaski over to Wynn in the middle now. Shoots low and scores from up top. Good assist there for Travis Pulaski. Gets it to Ryan Wynn, who's been working up that sideline. They move him up top that time. Has a nice low rising shot.
Scored by number 8, Ryan Wynn.
Puts one in for East China to cut this thing to 4. 8.5 minutes to go now. We'll see where that goal takes East China, if they want to use the momentum or if they're just going to kind of sit back and kind of play how they've been playing. They got to amp it up a little bit more here. Face off. It's free, and now East China's going away with it. Over to Lambert. Lambert up the gut. Passes back. Wynn wanted to shoot again. Bounced out. Gets it deflected. Now has space. Pass over to Chapman. Chapman down low. Back to Chapman. Over to Wynn. Shoots low and scores. 2 back-to-back goals for Ryan Wynn to bring this thing to within 3. Momentum is in East China's direction.
East China goal scored by number 8, Ryan Wynn.
Playing a lot more aggressive than we've seen in the first 3 quarters. East China's starting to come alive now, and Ryan Wynn is leading the charge. Jack Lambert once again on face-off. Ball is free in the middle here. Lambert still fighting for it. Still on the ground. Now East China with it. Lambert gets it over to Chapman. Sorry, Wynn. Spins out to Chapman. Short corner, sends it across. Pulaski scoops it up. Shoots, bounces high over the net, and it will stay with East China. Cash Chapman will take it out from the back line. 7.5 minutes to go here. Over to Wynn, short corner. Pump fakes up top. Pulaski shoots, bounced over the net. Once again, Chapman's there. Chapman spins off his defender. Over to Wynn. Can't reel it in. Ball's free. Now scooped up East China. Across to Pulaski. Moving up the hash lines. Broken up. Number 24, Mason Raymond. Ball still free. Gets it to their keeper, Jackson Davey. He sends it up to Brody Havro. Flag thrown. Crosses midfield. Up into the middle. Bounced out, has a lot of space. Now sends it out to the corner. I think he just kind of want to take his time, try to kill some clock, but when they're giving you that lane, you just got to take it. Havro behind the net now. Cross to the far side corner. Dylan Schroka with the ball. Moving towards the net. Shoots. Knocked down by Melcharczyk. He gets the save. 6 minutes to go now. Coming to pick up this flag from earlier. Looks like it's going to be Travis Pulaski. maybe not Pulaski, but rather Adam Hussein gets called for cross-checking. He'll come sit out. And Creuse North, Lumley will take this ball out from that 30-yard line. They're looking to switch the field. Up on the hash marks. Moves it, far corner, wanted to shoot, pulls it back. Behind the net. Looking in the middle, doesn't see anything. Back up top, shoots, Lumley. It goes out behind the net and long. Schroka picks it up, dives in. Goes up top to Veladez. Wanted to shoot. Good defense, stops it. Lumley back up top. Resets, likes to get this big run up. Going full steam, cuts it down the middle, shoots and scores. Number 2, Landon Brodsky. Get so used to seeing Lumley make that run and just trying to get as close to the crease as possible. And that time, Brodsky just kind of curls up into the middle, receives the ball, wastes no time, gets a shot off, bounces it in. Lead is back to 4. 5 minutes and 13 seconds to go here. We'll meet in the middle for a face-off once again. Ball is free, scooped up here by East China, number 17, Isaiah Shafik. Ball is free. Whistles blown. And we'll go the other way. Play's broken up. East China now on the attack. Stefanski shoots. It's Hussein, and that is an easy pickup save for Jackson Davey. Veladez in the backfield. Gives it up to Pineda. Pineda sends it up. Here comes Creuse North, open net. Shoots, deflected in. Logan Morton in goal now. Another transition goal there for the Crusaders. Didn't even see the substitution net keeper, and Charzik looks like he's getting ready to get on the defensive side of the ball. Another face-off here in the middle. Rolls back towards Lance Cruz's side. Veladez picks up the ball. Up the sideline now. Shoots and scores. Number 3, Dylan Schroka with another one. Wheels are falling off on this one now. Score is 11-5.
LCN goal scored by number 3, Dylan Schroka.
Another face-off here for Lambert. Hunter Foro with the ball. Takes a hit. Melcharzik on the defensive side now. Whistle is blown. And we'll get a timeout here for the Crusaders with about 3.5 minutes to go now. Just the start of the quarter was not necessarily great for East China with that quick goal from the Crusaders, and then looked like the script was kind of flipping with the 2 back-to-back goals for Ryan Nguyen that came kind of quick. But that momentum just kind of quickly petered out for East China United, and Creuse North has kind of been on a bit of a flurry right now. Just some late end-game goals to extend this lead.
Hockey team was really good. Basketball team's good. They just got to get over the hump. You just got to use the court a little bit. You just won't do it. Good modern day college basketball.
We'll take the ball out from the near sideline. This is number 9, Jaden Halai. So he's kind of involved here, that strong core for Creuse North of Halai, Shroka, Havaro. Here's one in the middle, shoots and scores low, number 12 this time, Connor Lumley. Caught him on the runner, right up the gut. Easy goal.
Scored by number 12, Connor Lumley.
The lead is 7 with 3.5 minutes to go now. Another face-off here. Push on the back, we'll go with East China. Shoots and out through the back line. Ryan Nguyen will take this out. Moving towards the short corner. Spinning. Looking for space. Back to Chapman. Up to Nguyen. Nguyen across. Now over. Switching the field. Lambert caught up in the middle, passes out. Spinning. Carson Huddas down to Stefanski. Stefanski to Chapman. Chapman to Nguyen. Nguyen shoots just wide and low of that left side post and out to the back line. Stefanski will take it out. 2.5 minutes to go now. Looking for a runner in. Can't make the connection. Ball is free. Up in the air for grabs. Still free. Stefanski almost had it. Now it's taken away by Brody Havaro. Crosses midfield right up the middle. Trying to find Nicholas Schroeder on the run. Misses high. Ooh. Brody Havaro comes limping off the field. Here comes Creuse North in the middle now. Wants to shoot, spins back, now does. Deflected off. He's trying to get the possession here. Number 3, Dylan Shiroka with the ball on that far sideline. Moving towards the corner now. Behind the net. Spinning back, loses it. Gets across midfield. No one's there except number 22, Kyle Dabish. Moving it up to Shiroka. Shoots high and long. One minute to go now. Sends it up. Hussein. Big scrum for the ball there in the middle. And we'll go the other way. Crosses midfield up into the corner now. Pulaski on defense. Just kind of killing out the clock here. And that will do it for the game here. East China just never really able to kind of take the lead or get into a position to take over the lead. Loses the steam after a brief stint of momentum there in the fourth. Final scores, Creuse North 12 to East China's 5. And that is going to do it for us here in East China Stadium. I have been Reed Packin for CTV Community TV and their coverage of East China School District sports. Thank you for watching and have a good night.
This has been a CTV sports presentation of East China High School sports. Presented by Magna, magna.com/careers, with support from LaFontaine Chevy, Buick, GMC, where you get the family deal. By Murphy Inn Hotel and Restaurant, by Ace Hardware, and LaFontaine Ford, where you get the family deal.
By AAA's Hoffmaster Agency, by DP Schweihofer Excavating Incorporated,
and by CTV Community TV for Marine City and St. Clair. This has been a CTV sports presentation of East China High School.
The preceding program was produced by CTV Community Television. CTV Community Television is supported by the cities of Marine City and St. Clair, East China Township, Cotterville Township, and the East China School District.